Hi guys, have you subscribed to this Donna Dewberry channel? Well, I'm thrilled to come on and share with you lots of lessons, but to do that, I need you to subscribe and go to notifications and ring the bell so that you're notified when I'm coming on. I have lots of special free streaming lessons that are great for you to come on live with me. So please go do that and stay tuned for the lesson. Welcome guys to Practice Strokes. I've been painting all morning and I'm getting ready for you guys. I wanted to go ahead and use my double loader full of good colors. All right, so let's share what we're going to be using today. I have magenta. There's some Juneberry I might use. Magenta, wicker white, daffodil yellow. There's some licorice. I don't know if I'll use that. Citrus green, and this is thicket. Sometimes I use sap, and then I put my floating medium in. Okay, so today we're going to do a stroke that's used in leaves and the flower petals. So I'm going to pick up a lot of yellow and white and just a little bit of magenta. And I am doing a hibiscus petal. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit of medium because, and work it in because I've got to go big. All right. So what I want you to see, and it might help you to draw it first. I should have done that before I got the brush, is if I come out and I make one petal. I don't know if you can see this too. I'm just kind of drawing. I'll show you a little bit. I'm drawing where I want my petals to be because it's easier then, and then you're just following that. All right, I want 5 petals, there's 4, and this one's curving down towards me. Okay, and then I can do a leaf. That's really kind of fancy up there. And so I'm penciling it on. I want you to see, here's the leaf. See how I've got it all ready? All right, and I can have a stem and another stem that has a bud, and I'll show you what that's like. Okay, so I want the pink on the inside, and I'm going to follow my pencil line. Okay, now if you're small enough, you can come down and do that in one stroke. All right, but here's the other way. You can pull down, go out, and follow down. Okay, so let's come over here. I just grabbed it right out of my loading area. All right, so I'm going to pick up more of the white and the daffodil yellow, wicker white and daffodil yellow. So I'll go up here and pull down. All right, you can come through here. There's more white. All right, I'm going to come up here with a little bit more white and pull it down. Look, I just picked up a little bit of white and curved it. Watch that. Pick up a little bit of white and curve in the middle. All right. Now I'm just, if you see me right here, I'm just going in a little bit more of that magenta with a lot of white and yellow. So make sure, one thing you can do is go in the middle and then stroke in here on the outside edge. All right, so then I can come in here. All right. And I kind of decide what it's going to look like as I see how the other petals turn out. Okay. Okay, I haven't needed any medium yet. All right, a little bit more magenta in the middle. And see, I could go put magenta here, but you wait till all each petal's done because that pink blends in the magenta color. All right, so I'm going to dip some white and pull down. All right, so they're very ruffled. That's what you want to make sure you see, that they're very ruffled. See, on the outside, are you with me? All right, then you can fill in the middle. And if you keep going back and forth, you can blend it nicely, just like that. Or you can come back like we did and add from here. Let's turn it around. From here. Okay, and that gives you some interest. So now I'm going, oops, I got one more thing I forgot. I've got to make the bud. Okay, so the bud is here. You can't see it probably, but I went one, because it twists like a morning glory. So then it untwists and makes a pretty flower. Okay. Now I want to wash this brush, and I left a little paint in it because it's fine when I do my leaves. But I want to come in here with a little bit stronger with a 12 flat and magenta on both sides. So what happens in some of these hibiscus we have, you get a jagged, let's see, color down by the center. All right, so I want to fit that in there around. Like when you have an orange one, sometimes I come in here with pink on the orange blossom. Makes it really pretty hibiscus too. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to let that dry. But what happens is we're going to come right in. I'm going to grab a little bit of the sap. I mean, that's thicket. And I'm going to make a smile right there. Now I'm going to mix the magenta, maybe some Juneberry with this green so that it doesn't look as green, but it gives you the depth. And it's a smile, can you see? All right, and I'll come back and show you later what that's going to be. But well, I got this green on this 12. I'm going to split my brush to get both colors, and I'm going to come here and work it in. And I'm going to put a little bit of medium so it moves easily for me. And I'm going to put a little slide of green there and a little bit of green there. And then I grab the base of this and I pull it down. All right, because right here. The stem of this comes down here. And then we'll have some green in there. Okay. Now I'm going to wash this brush so it doesn't sit there with paint on it. And I'm going to take my 3/4 brush. Now we're going to do the same stroke we did for the petals. All right, so I'm going to grab a little bit more thicket. Okay, now this might need a little bit of floating medium, and I'm going to put a little bit of white, wicker white, right there. Okay, now I've drawn this so that I can come out here and I go up and in and up, wiggling it up to a lift to the chisel. Okay, so I can pull some of this in the center a little bit more. So about right there. And then I'm going to turn it upside down. If you're lefty, you are going to start on the other side. But whatever's comfortable for you, okay, guys? Lefty or righty. See, I go in and out. It's a lot like the petals we did there. And then I'm going to be up on the chisel and I make the stem. Okay, so I'm going to flatten this out and come back with a little bit more of that thicket. I don't like the way I curve that, so I'm going to go right on the other side of it. There we go. So, is that, you like that so far? That's kind of, some of that look is, oh, sorry. Some of that look is kind of how it is when you see fabric made. Let me get some medium and some more color. Okay, then I can come back down and do it in one stroke, so you can practice that. Where, there we go. Oh, isn't that kind of pretty? Now that's practicing that big petal. I think I've done that with you on other lessons or tutorials, but what I want you to see is, you know, you can make things possible that you never thought you could do. It just takes a little bit of practice. And I can come in here a little bit, like I didn't cover the pencil, which I can erase, but then I want this green to look more like it's underneath. So I can take my 12 and just come in here and touch little areas up that I think I needed. Okay. Or you can just leave it. Nobody else knows but you. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to wash this and I'm going to make the stamen. All right. So to make this stamen, I'm going to use magenta on the whole brush. And then I'm going to side stroke a little bit of white, wicker white. All right. So we're going to go right here, and I need you to come down so you can see it. All right, so I headed the smile this way. So I'm going to put the stem right here, and I'm going to take my little finger and pull it. Okay, so can you see the little bit of white helps you see the stem? All right, now what's going to happen with your liner is we're going to go back to this inky white, which is dry. So I'm going to pull up some more white, which looks a little yellow, but that's okay. All right, roll it in there. Now you're going to make like a Christmas tree. So you're bigger here and you get smaller out here. All right, so I don't know that y'all can see that. I'm going to pick up a heavier white. All right, So all of this, and usually if my flower petals darker sometime, you can see every little bit of this white white strokes, which look like a Christmas tree with a shape. All right, so what they're going to have on it is yellow. So I have white still on here, but I can tap. This one was just see my little fingers tapping. Now your little finger tapping keeps it from smushing a lot. Okay. So you're just going to tap, 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 tap. You can practice that on another piece of paper a little bit, but that's the yellow. And then I can come back in here and tap a little bit of just white over some of that yellow so it shows better. And then it is done. So the more delicate you make this, the better. I got a little heavier. Just a little heads up is that my script liner for my green set of brushes is a little thinner than my signature set. So see, they're just slightly thinner. So this sometimes gets a really thinner lettering, but like when I did love, I wanted this bigger one when I was doing some lettering earlier. Okay. All right, so you don't know what I mean when I say I did love. All right, but I put love in a painting I did. Okay, so see the little, I'm not supposed to do it so much that you don't see the underneath stamens, but that's okay. And then I'm going to sign it and I'm done. Thank you so much for being with me. I'd love to see you practice these petals. You don't have to paint the whole flower, but practice the petals and share them with me. So go to our Facebook group and let people see that you're practicing so that you can get better. All right. All downward strokes when I'm doing my name. And as you see, I don't use Dewberry because of the no R's. All right. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.